Dan Reichert.
Jeff Grubb.
The wars, they have advanced to the front lines of your Nintendo Switch with Advanced Wars 1+2 Reboot Camp. They've rebooted the wars, and here it is, and I am very much enjoying myself, Dan. I am liking this game a lot.
I am loving it too, and it makes me happy because I feel like back in the GBA days, you had Advance Wars and you had Fire Emblem, and the one they really stuck with, which is not a bad series by any means. I like Fire Emblem.
Me too.
I always liked Advance Wars more back in the day.
Me too.
Yeah, so it's like, man, it sucks that we got 9,000 of the one I don't like as much, but it's just good to have this back. Man, Eddie just won't stop playing ARMS. But yes, very, very happy to see this again. It's great. It's a great portable series, so like it's perfect for the Switch.
Yeah, it's exactly. It's good bite-sized chunks. Some of the levels maybe get a little bit longer, but even then, it's like it's easy to pick up and then put into sleep mode. And you pick it up, you're like, oh yeah, I was right here. It's not like there's ever so much going on that you feel like you're gonna lose the thread if you put it down because you're out doing something. Advanced Wars always just a very solid series to like go over the basics with everybody. It is a turn-based tactics military game. This is a map from the War Room, which is something we'll take a look at here in a second. I'll play through a couple of turns here as we're explaining stuff. But you move your characters, you position them, and where you position them is going to determine how much defense you get. So there's a block here of woods. We'll go there, and then I think if we hit there we go. You can see it got 2 stars of defense as opposed to the road, which would have 0 stars of defense. That stuff matters. Those little numbers, they sort of twist the percentages in your favor just a little bit more, and it makes it easier for you to come out on top. Of course, you can also capture these cities like I have. We're going to fight over here in the corner for these cities. These cities will give you money, which you can then use at these factories to build more units. Not every sort of map is set up like this. Some maps are like you just have your set number of units and go, and then the next map's like, well, now you have to build your infantry units, but also your air units and your sea units. It varies, and it's like once it goes one direction, like let's say they do introduce those ocean units. It's not like you're gonna have to deal with that every time. They try to keep a good amount of variety throughout the campaign of, okay, here's another one where you have a set number of units, go just figure out this little war puzzle. It's really well designed, really well thought out, and for me it comes down to the math of these battles. Let me see if I can get us into a battle here real quick. But how are you finding, Dan? I'm playing through Advanced Wars 1 mostly. I'm 50% of the way through that, and then I've been messing around with some of these other things. I know you've been playing Advanced Wars 2. It's just,
yes.
it kind of is, it holds up the gameplay.
Oh my god, yeah. And it does a really good job of like kind of the first faction you play as is kind of the tutorial faction. And those fights are very kind of simple. It's just like there's no real scrolling through the map. It's just like, okay, you've got these guys, they've got these guys. Here's how submarines work. And then the second faction, it kind of opens up and it's like, okay, now here's some longer ones. These are going to take 20, 25, 30 days instead of 4 or 5 days. And that's when it introduces the economy and the building units and things like that. And like it really opens up fairly quickly, and then you're just having fun with it.
Yes. Yes, exactly. And it layers new ideas on there pretty slowly, and it lets you play around with them. It's really well done. And there's a lot of character stuff. The characters do talk a little bit here and there, but it's never so much that it feels like, oh, I just wish I can get back to the game. You're going to be back to the game in a couple of minutes at most at any one time. All right, let's see. I got my tank here. We'll go ahead and move this guy back since he got damaged. I'm going to move.
What you just said is, I think it's part of the reason I prefer this to Fire Emblem is I know a lot of people love anime talking, touching faces or whatever, but like I like the tactics, and I feel like Advance Wars, yeah, it's got like, you know who these commanders are, you kind of get these little interstitial bits and stuff like that, but for the most part, it's like, all right, here's the fight, have at it. Like exactly. I think that's why I prefer this series.
Yeah, me too. And when it comes down to like the math is a very important thing where it's like I have this little truck here, and I'm gonna roll him in here, and the truck is for recon, and that's that means like, yeah, he'll be okay in battles against these dudes over here, but these dudes are encamped inside a city, so I'm only gonna get about 49%. It's like there's always a give and a take. There's always that, the little bit of that rock paper scissors element, especially between once you get the flying units and the ocean units out there. But it's like, yeah, okay, it's like Arn Anderson says, as long as you're always selling the moves the way they should be sold, everything will sort of fall into place. This game sells all of its combat exactly right, I think.
Yeah, and Arn Anderson also says fat looks better tan. I don't know if that really applies to this game, but it's another thing Arn says.
But it is why I'm looking at tanning beds, absolutely. Let's talk about this art style. I love the original pixel art. I think I'm mostly at a point where I think the majority of this game looks great. I think vehicles look good. I think these character models, these little army men, they look a bit rough to me. I don't know if I love them.
I don't hate it. I also don't think I love it. I'd be lying if I said I didn't think about, well, shit, these games are really fun. I also have an analog pocket.
Yeah.
I bet that those old games would look good as hell on there. So part of me was like, do I just play these on the pocket? And I am playing on the Switch. I'm trying to think quality of life improvements and things like that, because it's been a long time since I played these games on the GBA. Like, do you remember, like, is this adding a lot of stuff that the GBA ones didn't have?
It's not a ton of stuff, no. And a lot of the sort of legacy like problems are still there. Let's see here. Let's back out of this. Let's go exit map. Return to main menu. Let's do. We're gonna do some multiplayer, but let's just like look at like some of the options there. Just kind of give an idea. So we were just in War Room, battle the CPU and save your score. That was, actually, that's just going to take me right back into it. I think it just said it was going to take me right back in. Oh, that's cool. Like, but kind of give me a bookmark at the very least. That's actually good to know. I thought I was going to have to abandon this, so that's something. These are just like little arcade maps set up, and then you could switch between either Advanced Wars 1 mode or Advanced Wars 2 mode, and that means you're gonna have different units, and then the COs, the commanding officers, the characters that you play as, will have different powers depending on which game you're playing with. But that's War Room. There's Hachi shop where we can buy stuff. We'll take a look at that in a second. There is the campaign, Advanced Wars 1, Advanced Wars 2. You could start either one whenever you want. Like, you went right to 2, right?
I did, yeah.
And like how fast does that game get into it? Like, you found it like it worked for you, like immediately kind of get into the battling?
Yeah, I mean, like I mentioned, that first faction being kind of the tutorial, like when you're fighting for like the Orange Army, it is kind of like every mission's like, hey, do you want me to talk about how flying things work? And you can easily be like, nah, I know how to do it, I'm cool. And so like, if you want to hop into it, you can hop into it for sure.
So with Advanced Wars 1, it did this very funny thing where it's like, hey, have you played Advanced Wars before? Yes. Okay, well, we're going to do the tutorial anyhow. It was like, oh my God, what are you talking about? Why would you do that?
Why did you ask me that?
It was very weird and funny, but it was also kind of painless because it was fine to like just hop through those things really quickly, and they were just part of the missions. But yeah, so online, play online and battle your friends anywhere. Your friends being the operative thing here. You can say, do you want to connect your Nintendo Switch console to the internet? You can say yes. You're only going to be able to play against your friends. They don't have like matchmaking or something like that. Okay. They don't have lobbies that you're going to be able to go into, which is kind of how it worked on, the Game Boy Advance didn't have online at all. But eventually there were some DS Advance Wars games that did have online play, and those weren't.
Really? I don't remember those.
Yes, I remember. Like me and Shu did like one match one time.
Dual Strike? Were they doing the DS?
I think it was Dual Strike.
Naming?
Yes, Dual Strike. I think that Days of Ruin had online as well. But you would just have to have your friend's friend code. There was no matchmaking, and guess what? This one doesn't either. So, and then
I've never played an Advanced Wars game online, so I would like to try it.
Yes, we're going to make that happen. Single console and multi-console. I'm still glad they have this. I would recommend that if you are in any situation where you are just hanging out with another gamer a lot of the time, or if you're got a road trip and you're going to be in the back of a car, one Switch with Advanced Wars that you pass back and forth is one hell of a good way to pass the time. That
sounds fun.
It is really fun. Me and my dude at Subway back in like 2001, when we were working there, we worked the night shifts, and we would take turns making the sandwiches, and then the other guy would go in the back and play his turn in Advanced Wars. And yeah, shout out to him.
I wish we had this when we were heading down to San Diego in a traffic jam.
Exactly. That would have ruled. Exactly. I wish we would have had this. We probably did have it on the analog pocket, though. We just didn't think about it.
Yeah. We 100% did.
But you can do multiple consoles as well. But in that case, I think everyone has to have the game and stuff like that. But, they give you the options. Design room, you could design your own custom maps, which is, I do think, a feature they had in these previous games as well. This is going to be... There will be people who are into this. This is not my thing. But let's check out the campaign. Let's go in there, and then we'll do a match of online. So yeah, I'm halfway through. There is the classic option in terms of difficulty. You can also switch it to casual for players just starting out. For experienced players looking for a challenge. I was accidentally playing on casual for about a quarter of my time. And so, man, I'm like blowing through things. And then I just switched to classic, and there was many more close scrapes, which for me is like makes the game even more exciting. So I definitely would recommend playing on classic if you're someone who's played Advance Wars before.
Okay, I think I'll do that with the first one.
So okay, so we have here is the big map. You see, I've done all these missions so far. A lot of times though, you will get to a point where it's like, okay, well, you completed this mission. Now you have 3 choices for what to do next. You could do this one where it's okay, Sammy's gonna take on Drake with his tummy hanging out, or Max is gonna take on Drake, or Andy's gonna take on Drake. And there's it's not just the differences aren't just which CO you're gonna play as. Sometimes the game gives you like just the same mission, and then you choose which CO you want to play as. The differences here are sometimes like one might have a fog of war and the other one might not. You can see there's a level a bunch of stars jumping up there above the mission 21, where this one has 5 stars. Let's see, this one has 5. One of these was more difficult than the other. No, they're all 5 stars, but previously I had one where it was like one had 6 stars and the other one had 5 stars, and the 6-star one was noticeably more difficult. So let's just go with our boy Andy, who is kind of the default character that you're going to start with in Advance Wars 1, and show off what happens in this game.
Now, does Advance Wars 1 have the like CO powers?
Yes, it does. It does have CO powers. We'll show that off as well. All right, let's see here. So this is how each level sort of introduces itself. The characters talk to each other. No, I read you what's up. But I usually end up kind of popping past these. They do try to tell you like what's important here. Landers. We're going to be doing a lander mission, which means that we have those little boats there on the coastline. Going to be moving these guys around, trying to land on these other islands in this archipelago.
Like the individual maps will have like gimmicks that you don't see pop up a lot, where it's like, oh, this one there's a bunch of missile silos, and if you put infantry over it, you can launch a missile at your enemies. Or this one, there's an enemy lab that has a pipe that's supplying it with money, and you need to destroy the pipe, which will cut off their funds. And there's a lot of creative little things in these maps.
And it's and that's the variety that really works, because I think if every match was just a battle of attrition of, all right, I'm going to try to take over the most towns, make sure I have the most money each turn, and so I can have the most units and go, like, that's fun every once in a while. But if every level was like that, that would get pretty boring fast. And what they do a really good job, or they had done a really good job when they first made these games, of making sure that there was a ton of variety. And then as far as like what's new, that's the honest thing is there's just not much that's changed here. So if you are an existing fan, this game's going to feel very familiar. But I'm just kind of glad that it's getting in front of a new generation of players to maybe have its Fire Emblem moment and get that glow up and get a chance to come back in a big way.
That's the thing, is like not everyone is like, us, where we're deep into like emulation and we've got analog pockets and all this stuff. We have ways of playing this. Like if you were just a fan that liked this back in the day, it's not like they've done re-releases or a bunch of sequels here. So like this is a really good way to be able to play it again in 2023.
Yes, I agree. And let's go land these guys over here. Let's see. Let's take a chance and drop him there. All right. So that forest was covered by fog of war. If there was an enemy unit there, I would have been blocked, and I would not have been able to drop him there. I kind of would have just like lost my turn, and the guy would have been stuck there. So it's like always something to keep in mind, but it's also something you can use to your advantage. Like now we're in the woods, but the enemy's not going to be able to see him unless they are right next to him. And when we play, Dan, do we have fog of war on or off?
I will let you choose.
Okay, sounds good.
Yes.
All right.
I think that if you have always been curious about this genre but haven't really jumped in, I think this is an ideal one because, there are great ones like, XCOM and Fire Emblem, but like a lot of those have all of the systems of the tactics and the battles, but also there's a ton of like meta game and stuff in between and things like that. This is pretty much straightforward, like, here is a standalone tactical battle. Now you go on to the next one. Now you go on to the next one. There's not like the kind of base metagame of XCOM or all the character stuff of Fire Emblem or like all the job system stuff in a Final Fantasy Tactics. Like those games are fucking awesome. But if you're not familiar with the genre, that can be a lot at once.
Yes.
So I think this might be ideal if you're kind of just curious about flirting with this genre.
I think the biggest thing for me coming back to this game after playing something like Into the Breach is like, Into the Breach refined these turn-based tactics puzzle boxes into a complete science and art, and it was amazing. Yes. And then I go back to this, I'm like, is this going to be able to sort of am I still going to find it fun after playing something like Into the Breach that it was just so well designed? And the reality is, yes, I couldn't put this down. Like these puzzles are just as well designed. They just are a bit more sprawling. They are a little bit less focused, but that's kind of fun in its own way because it gives you a little bit more room to play around with different tactics and try different things. And that's actually really neat.
It is a different feeling. I feel like with Into the Breach, I approach every single move like it's chess, and you have to consider every possible angle on everything, and like one slight misstep might screw up the whole map for you. Like here, you do want to think about everything. There is that chess element, but like there's enough time and space to kind of move around. Like, I was going towards this thing. I'm going to actually go back over here. Oh, I lost that guy. Okay, let's build another guy. Like, there's a little more push and pull you can do versus Into the Breach, where it's like, oh, fuck, that building got hit. I need to restart, you know?
Exactly, and that is fun in a different way. Yeah. So the enemies go in right now, and we can see, like, we got to just wait our turn. I can hit the R button to speed things up.
I love that.
Also, when you're playing with a controller, it's like it has the HD rumble for all this stuff, and it feels surprisingly good. The haptics on that, it's like, oh yeah, I'm like hitting the fast forward button, and it's like sort of, you can feel the tape inside the controller fast forwarding. That's weird.
I like that we're still saying HD rumble.
Oh yeah, I'm totally committed to that bit. That's the gimmick for us. You can also get different options here. So we could turn off all animations. This is the default one though. View battle and capture animations. You view battle animations only. So now if the enemy, or if we go to capture a town, we won't see, like, it won't like cut in to like show us him capturing the city. It'll just like, oh yeah, you got 10 points of capture. Or you can go to Visual C, which is view player battle animations only. So only when you're attacking, you'll see it, and then when your characters are getting destroyed, you don't have to watch the little animations. And then of course back to off. Let's go with view player battle animation only. Go with that.
I have kept them on because I think with the ZR speed up thing, it is just so quick and snappy. Like there's not like a load time into it. It's fast enough to where I can fast forward.
Right. There was I thought I was noticing a small load time into there, but it's like no, there's just like a quick dip to black and it comes back, and it's like no, that's not a load time. It's totally fine. I was worried about that at first. It's like, is that an issue with this game? And no, it hasn't really been an issue at all.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. We got the big battleship here. Can fire from distance. We'll take out this cruiser. That's way more dangerous.
I think I am going to try this though on my analog and just see how it looks like. Maybe I'll start the first game on there after the second one on Switch.
I mean, I honestly think those games still hold up. I mean, it's a Game Boy Advance game, right? They hold up.
Yeah, they're great.
Let's see. We got the submarine hiding, although fuel is a concern. I guess that's another thing to keep in mind. This is a game that has stuff like fuel and resources and ammo. You can see there on the bottom right, ammo 6, fuel 46. So ammo basically means I have 6 turns where I could shoot somebody, unless I were to go back to a port where I could reload, or if I were to get next to one of these APCs right here, these APCs could reload anything that's next to it, including, I think, even aviation units and sea units.
Yeah. Those APCs are really important when you need to get like infantry to certain parts. Like, oh, I need to capture this thing. Let's just get them there quick.
Right, exactly. It's really important to like build like kind of like a supply chain of units and other stuff. Let's put that there. We loaded you on here, but we didn't drop you off.
It's also really easy if you need a refresher on like, oh, how much of a movement penalty is this thing? Or what kind of weapons does this have? You can always just hover over something and hit ZR, whether it's land or a unit, and it'll straight up tell you, like, you can attack these things. Here's its weaknesses and strengths. And yeah,
right. So in like with ZR, we get this information on the unit, but like its movement, how much fuel it has left. This is important too. Like you want to know how much fuel your enemy has, because if they got a submarine chasing you, and it's late in the game, well, maybe you could outrun it until it runs out of fuel and then just sinks. And it's like, that's a completely viable strategy.
And you can do the thing too, where I can't remember if it's B or something, if you press when you're hovered over them, and you'll see their like attack range of like, okay, it can hit these things, you know?
Right. And I don't know if it has the Fire Emblem thing where it's like, it'll show you everywhere where you can get attacked, but it's not, like, this is a game where you're not worried about that as much, because these units are supposed to die. It's not like in Fire Emblem where if like you lose a character, you're like, well, that character's not going to come back for the rest of the game. This is just a nameless infantry front that you are going to sometimes be sacrificing like a pawn.
Yeah, you're playing army men here.
Yes, totally. All right, let's see. I'm going to move one of these guys up.
I think we're ever going to see that army men series come back.
Yes, I do think we will, actually.
You do?
I believe in it.
There's value there? What about Portal Runner?
Yeah, maybe not. Okay, never mind. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I just got caught by one of their submarines that was dived. So was invisible to me. That means I'm now trapped, and I'm kind of stuck here, and I wasn't able to attack them first, which is a big problem, because when you attack them first, you get an advantage, and then when they attack you first, they get that advantage instead, and so going to be in trouble there. But let's go ahead, and this is a destroyer. I don't think we can attack this other destroyer with this. We can only attack submarines, I believe. So let's see if we can put him here and kind of protect our butt there. So if he tries to come up behind us, we're a little bit protected, and then let's move the destroyer this way and see if we can find anything else. Okay. And then, you know what? Let's start loading up these units onto this boat.
Those boats, you can get 2 on there?
You get 2 on there, yes. But this turns over. You're good there. Let's go ahead and end the turn.
And the rockets, those are artillery type units, you can't move and attack on the same turn. So you gotta kind of park them and get within range, and then you unleash.
Yeah, you have to think ahead, and that's kind of it brings us to our COs, where I'm playing as Andy. Andy is a sort of well-balanced CO. He does everything pretty equally, and then he has the ability with his CO power to heal everybody for 2 points of HP. Once this meter at the top right fills up, you can see that there's that yellow line. It's going to hook around the day 3 bar, and then once it kind of gets over there and touches his face, because it is related to Fire Emblem, then once that's filled up, you can use your CO power and heal every one of your units for 2 HP. Other units have different abilities. I know Olaf has that like snowstorm that slows everyone down except for his units, and that's pretty cool. Max, who's like the big tank guy, he's got like, okay, well now all of my direct units, which direct units are anything that's not like an artillery, so tanks and submarines and things like that. Now they're going to be even more powerful. But it doesn't end there. Like I said, Andy's well balanced. Max is not well balanced. He's really good with direct units, but that means his indirect units, like a rocket, like we could see the range of this rocket right here. For Max, you would have 1 less range on this, and it would be like, it makes rocket units kind of miserable to use, but that means just don't focus on them. Instead, really try to focus on tank tactics and things like that instead. Whereas opposed to, I think Grit is the name of the sharpshooter. He is way better with ranged units, and so you would have 1 extra unit or 1 extra point of range on each side. So it makes your indirect units super powerful. And it's like, well, then of course, where's the shortcoming? His tanks really stink, and he's not good at direct combat. So it's a give and take for all these characters.
Yeah, it's pretty accommodating to different types of play styles. And
yes.
I found that even individual maps, there's different ways you could do it. Like, I can beat it one way, being really smart and tactical about it, but then I could go back and just build a bunch of medium tanks and just run roughshod over someone. So like every time I've kind of wanted to try a different approach, it's always been fun to tinker around.
Yeah, exactly. I think I'm gonna have to bring this guy out of the water because he's gonna run out of fuel pretty soon. It's a pretty rough spot, but we'll bring the battleship there, and then we'll kind of be protected from these other guys as they come over here. They won't see him because he's in the rocks, which is equivalent to the woods and gives us fog of war unless they're standing right next to it. So we'll leave that destroyer, that cruiser here, and that kind of protects us in the water. And it's a lot of like just kind of thinking out the sort of consequences of where you're positioning your pieces and how you can use everything to your advantage. So, like I got this guy now. He was invisible to this unit a second ago because now he's standing next to my infantry. He can see me, so I can either attack. But I mean, I'm just not. Even though he's already got 1 point of damage, I'm still not in a good position to do a lot of damage. So I kind of maybe want to move him around, but he's not gonna be able to get far. So
maybe not the right unit.
Yeah. So we might maybe move him into the city and see if we can damage this guy somewhat.
21.
Yeah, it's not great, but it's a recon as well. So yeah, at least it gives us a little bit of protection. Where like, okay, so because he's got 6 units of health, he's actually less powerful now. That's the big thing, where he will do less damage when he attacks us.
60%. Yeah.
Yep. So I think I might actually just move him in here, and we'll kind of sneak around and kind of get away from this for now until we can get more units over here. Actually, we'll just kind of do a swapsy. We'll do him here, and then we'll bring this guy over here. So it doesn't look like he's got a lot of units, and we can kind of just roll through here and kind of meet up and come around, and we have the medium tank here, and see if we can meet in the middle, and that could be the strategy. Let's not let this guy keep going.
Compromise him to a permanent end.
Compromise to a permanent end. Now we can see a little bit further along this ocean over here. I would like to get this Rocky Uno over here eventually, but it's maybe a bit too hot. Let's...
This war seemed fun.
Yeah, I'm having a great time with this war.
Let's do a feature where we join the army.
Yeah, that sounds good. I bet the army would love that. All right, let's see. I think we're good. Let's end the turn.
We're doing a 50-turn Mario Party and our base gets rocket attacked.
Well, we got to finish the game. Those are the rules. I mean,
right? Yeah.
See you guys on the other side.
We lost Midge, but we got to finish.
Yeah, we got to finish.
Switch him to AI.
Yeah, switch him to AI. Exactly. He took an oath. All right, switch him to AI.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna use this.
That guy's in a bad spot.
Yes, that cruiser. All right, we can use this cruiser now to damage this sub. And we still have the defense of the rocks, so that's going to help us out somewhat. Although he's dived, so that actually helps him out a lot. Now these guys just can't do a lot, so I'm not too worried about them anymore. Well, maybe we'll bring the cruiser over there and finish off. No, we're not going to be able to do that. Actually, able to get there in that corner. No, the cruisers can't go to the landlocked area. All right, so let's just kill you right now. That tank's
and you can typically like
effective.
destroy every unit to win, but you can also like a lot of them will be like capture this HQ or destroy this thing and it's instantly over.
Right. So the most typical win condition is you go down to like your intel, go to terms. That's find the enemy. Oh, this one that has a very specific thing. A lot of times those will be like either destroy every enemy unit or take over their HQ. But then you'll have stuff like this: find the enemy lander units and destroy them. I'm confident you could track them down. So it's like, I really wish my sub didn't get destroyed. That would have really helped here. But we're pretty locked in. I don't think we can even get, I guess we can get our ships around over here. So this is they're probably over here somewhere. So we'll see if we can like keep winning this war up here and get through there. But maybe there's one down here. So let's take this guy. Let's take this little guy and just take a look. Nope, maybe he could still be right there. So we'll look. In the meantime, bring this over there. What's going on? Why's my phone making noises? Stop that. There we go. All right, we found one of their guys. Let's capture this. Give ourselves a place to heal over there. That's another thing. If you capture bases, they enable you to heal up your units, which is not always super important. But on a map like this, where like we're getting really spread out, it will be nice to have a place to retreat to actually get some HP back each turn.
It sucks when you're trying to capture and you get attacked and you've got
Yes.
like 2 dudes, because then it's like if you have captured 20 points and you have 2, it's like, well, you have to do that 10 times. So
Yep.
you want to make sure you got like a full health dude on there.
Exactly. It's and there are COs that have a little bit of a boost there that can help with that. But yeah, that was actually a strategy I had. There was one map where there was a bunch of these towns, and it was whoever captures 15 first wins. And they had 14, and had a guy capturing it had already captured 10 out of the 20 that they needed, and he had 10 health. So next turn they were going to win. And so I'm like, you know what? Let's just attack him, but not kill him, because then he could just bring in another 10 guy and get in there and win in 2 turns. So let's attack him, and I got him down to 1 health. So that gave me 10 turns, because he was just slowly capturing it over time, and I was able to go in there and swing some of those other towns to my side, and it was able to. That was the strategy that actually ended up being very effective. So it's like you could kind of think about things in that way, and use the terms and the mechanics of the game against the enemy.
Nice.
All right, let's do a couple more turns here, and then see if we can find one of these landers, and then we'll go do a multiplayer mode. And maybe we do the multiplayer. I think when we do the multiplayer mode, let's see if we could choose Advanced Wars 2 style, so we could see what the differences are.
I can tell you one of them is the CO power stuff. It's like a 2-tiered thing, so it's like 6 pips that get filled up, and you can activate one of your CO powers at 3 pips and burn it, or you can save up and get to the 6th one and do like the level 2 CO power, which is
that's
more
right. I
powerful.
completely forgot about that. That's actually, I like that. I always like things like that in games.
Yeah, and fun gimmicks too, where it's like the blue army. You can if you activate the 6th one or whatever, it can make the whole map snowy, and it can slow down troops and make them weaker and things like that.
kind of put my APC in a little bit of danger, but that's fine. He's just gonna capture that. All right, we're good. Oh, they got a battleship that I can't see. Okay. So I thought I was in pretty good shape up there, but they did have a battleship I just forgot about. But you know what? We'll use our heal here this turn. Let's kind of go in here so we can find this guy. There he is. All right, well, that's not great, but so we can look and see. This is an indirect unit. Because I'm parked right next to him, I'll actually be pretty safe from him, so he can't get me. But
oh, nice.
We can get this guy here though, so that's not wonderful. I bet we could take this guy out. We're just gonna sacrifice this thing. Flash forward. Let's see if we'll bring the tank. Gonna hide there. Nope, we had someone in the city. Oh, we'll be able to kill him. Yep, he's very weak. Now we can move this way because we're protected on the bridge. There's only one path through here. Let's leave you here so we can maybe capture this town and get some health back. Bring the lander over. I think we'll pick you up and bring you over here. Why not? There you go. And then start moving these guys down. Yeah, look, we're low on fuel for this guy. Let's...
Can that APC fuel him up?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let me go right here. Look, and then I'm going to rise. And there we go. Okay, wonderful. So there, APC and supply, and we're good to go. There we go. We've completely refueled. Good call.
Nice.
All right, let's blow you away. And then move down. Okay, and then get you in position as well. Just kind of move ahead a little bit and take this guy out. So, and then this battleship. That's not great. Not really. Well, you know, I'll put you up here. Position you to go next. And then, do we want to use the heal? I guess we could, but you're just going to kill him no matter what. So, kind of not feel great about using it. Let's use it next turn. Oh, we're going to be able to see his power, though, so prepare to be washed away. I think this is one that just damages all of my units. Plus, it's like a big a squall. Like, it's this big storm, and everything takes a 1 point of damage, I believe.
I like these little animations.
Yeah, and I think that I like these animations, and I think the best looking thing in the games are those animated character elements. I think that they look actually really, really good. Oh, man. Came out of nowhere. Well, I'm glad I saved my CO power, because now I can use it this turn and heal everybody. So let's go ahead and start there.
Time for a tune-up.
And there he goes. He's just going to be able to pretty much heal up everybody, although some are way more damage than others.
I don't think anyone could heal me with a wrench. He's healing humans.
Yeah, I mean, do you
I'm
have
not
like...
a doctor.
I'm trying to think, is there anything? Like, do you have like any screws in like any like broken bones or anything like that?
I got no metal in me.
Okay. No, like no metal fillings. Did you have like fillings when you were a kid?
I mean, yeah, but I think they're gone now.
Okay. Yeah, it probably got replaced by like.
I still don't think a wrench would help, even if it's metal.
I mean, a very tiny. Okay, you're probably right. Even no matter how small that wrench is, probably not gonna help. All right. Let's see here. You know what? Let's get through this turn, and then we'll go back and do some multiplayer. I will retreat here a little bit. Go here. I don't think he's going to be able to see us, so we'll probably be a little bit safer. You did not attack us. You moved. That's pretty wild. You moved right into my range, so I'm gonna accept it. I'm just gonna shoot you. I don't get that move. I don't get that why he would have done that, but fair enough. Let's move around this corner, see if we can find one of those landers. And then I'm just gonna sacrifice you a little bit as well to see what's over here. Nothing. Okay, good to know. You're gonna blow the hell out of one of my tanks, aren't you? I guess you're only 6 though, so I'm probably okay there. And then we'll bring the rockets down here and start doing some damage with that. Okay, let's see what the enemy does, and then we'll kind of just take it there and go play multiplayer. I'm like, I like these kinds of games, Dan, but I don't think I'm especially good at them either. It is fun to kind of think about the tactics and like understand the rules and like we said, use the rules against the enemies and stuff. And I can figure that stuff out in the paper, rock, scissors elements, but I don't think I'm doing anything close to like optimal play. And yet I'm still usually winning and having a really good time. So I think if people find this sort of thing intimidating, they shouldn't. You're probably going to come in here and figure stuff out pretty quickly, right?
Well, yeah, and there is that casual mode too, where
Yes.
I mean that's not
Good
going to be
point.
that difficult. This is, I mean it when I say if you want to get into the tactical genre, like I don't know if you could do better than starting with one of these.
Yes, I agree. All right, let's go ahead and go try out the multiplayer.
Sounds good. I will go into the versus setting here.
Yes, I think it's online. The one that says-
Oh, online. Yes.
yes. So turn to the main menu. So for the online, it did mention like you got to finish the match before you disconnect and all that stuff if you want to. Because I don't think it saves your spot for that. But
Okay,
let's go in here.
that makes sense.
Play online. Connect to Nintendo Switch Online. Let's see how well this works. I've not tried this yet at all, so I've only played Advance Wars Online like once or twice in my life, so.
First time for me.
Community guidelines apply. Okay, well, we're sure to violate those. There's Dan Reichert. Invite Dan Reichert to a new match. Yes, let's do it.
Check for invites. Checking for incoming match invites. No current invites.
Okay. I will try
Weird.
again.
Yeah, watch you do it.
See if can I only invite you? Could you join possibly? I don't know. Is there some?
See, I can go to new match. That just it lets me invite you. Do you get this?
Why don't you try to invite me?
I'm authorized to change play styles. What the fuck? That's giving me like tutorial stuff. Did it invite you?
I'm checking my current invites. No current invites.
Is it broken?
Might be broken.
What if the system level? Like, can you go in and invite me from there?
I don't think it works very well. I don't think that Nintendo actually supports that. I think it has to be in the game. I got an invite from Tokoto.
Ignore that. Ignore that.
Yeah, 2 days ago.
He's just
been
sitting in the Pokemon
there.
Stadium lobby.
Yeah, exactly. Just that's where we won't want to keep them. Let's see here. I don't. Yeah, there's no way to do it from there. So let me try one more time. New
Let me
match.
get out of this menu. I'll wait for you to invite, and then I'll try to go in.
Okay.
Not like Nintendo to be behind on online.
No, this
functionality.
should just be working perfectly.
Yeah, intuitively.
You know what?
Okay, I'm looking for invites.
I'm gonna Google it.
No current invites.
I'm gonna say online broken.
Yeah, I don't see how we could be misconstruing this.
Yeah, it seems because it should just pop up like inside the game for you, but
I'm looking at the screen. Check for invites. It's even got a like hit Y to check for invites, and then it says checking for incoming match invites.
Right.
No current invites.
yes, because I have that here, and then
Now I'm gonna try to here. Let me try to invite you again.
yeah, go for it.
This does not seem promising.
No, not at all. I think
And it's not a privacy thing either because we're seeing each other. Like I
yeah,
see
totally.
Grubb
I
active.
don't think it's a privacy thing.
No, okay. I just invited you.
No
What?
current matches. You know, I'm gonna
Yeah,
I'm gonna restart my game, and
I'll do that too.
let's just give that a shot. If that doesn't fix it, then we'll go over the last few things. Go to Hachi's shop, and we'll just say that the online multiplayer was broken for us.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought I saw some people saying some stuff like, "Oh, the online multiplayer," but I thought it was like, "Oh, it's limited," which is, and they were upset that like you could only play with your friends. But maybe people were complaining. Maybe there was other issues as well.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, it's not like it's a complicated menu thing. Like,
No,
it's
right?
Pretty
Yeah,
straightforward. And
it should have just
we're
popped
not
in
getting
there. Clearly, something's getting lost. Did it actually close for me? I'm gonna do it one more time. There we go. All right. Now let's boot it up.
All right, back in the main menu.
All right. I'll be there in a second. It's
Fine.
loading up for me. Overall though, Dan, I'm like I said, I'm really enjoying it. It is not anything new. So if people are like, if I want more Advance Wars, but I want new Advance Wars, this is not going to be the thing for you. If you have a fond memory of it and you're like, I could go back to that, I think this is a fine way to do that. But also maybe playing the originals is also just as much a fine way to do that as well.
I mean, I might, depending on how much I like the look, I might just do that
Yeah.
for the first one, you know? I'm like a third of the way through to, I don't know. I kind of just want to boot it up and see.
Yeah.
Probably looks great.
I mean, like all Game Boy Advance games do, and Advance Wars was no different. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, so online.
All right, I'm at the check for invite screen.
All right. I'm connecting. Let's see. And I'm going over Wi-Fi, but that shouldn't be an issue. It's the Switch. Like, it should know that should be enough.
Yeah.
All right, new match. Hit the OK button. There you are.
All right, I'm active.
online.
No problem seeing me. And check for invites. No current invites.
Yep. Okay. Well, it seems like it's broken.
Fuck it.
You know what? Let me go forward and see. Let's just see if I click into place, maybe that's when it will send you an invite or something. It would be very weird. Let's see. Another random. What was the set number of properties needed to win? Oh no. Okay. All right. We'll look for here. Oh, there it is. That's weird, Dan.
Wait, what?
You're gonna get an invite now.
That's fucking weird.
That's
There
weird.
it is. That's not how things are supposed to work.
Yes, that's very weird. Okay, but
That's
I'm glad
super
we stuck with it. That's
Wow.
stupid because it's like you would want to have the person there while you're setting things up so they can like
Yes, get 'em
see
in
the
the lobby.
rules. Yeah.
Yeah, sit down and have a sandwich.
I guess you can just view the rules. There you go. Funds 1000, random weather. All right, invite sent to Dan Riker. Let me know if you get it this time.
I think I'm getting in. Hang on.
There you are.
Here we go.
All right.
All right.
Going Olaf, the big bearded man. Think. Yeah. All right. There it goes.
All right, fuck it.
Let's play some Advance Wars. I turned on Fog of War, I believe.
Okay. Fine with that.
All right. You're first.
All right.
So we won't be able to see much while Dan's doing this, but that's all right. That just that creates a sense of mystery of like what he's planning over there.
Of course. All right. Looks good to me.
You know, I was just playing this map too, so let's see. All right, so I have 1,000 or 5,000. That's right. Okay, so let's open that. Wait. Dan, this doesn't make any sense.
What?
I don't have any units to capture anything. Like you have.
Are you blue?
Oh, am I blue? I'm blue. That makes sense. All right. I thought I was red. All right. That makes more. Okay. There we go.
I feel like, I know there's a fog of war, but I feel like you're building infantry.
Hey, you're cheating. How dare you? All right.
It's like you have 4 maybe,
No, it's not
and you might
just
be ending your
blue.
turn about now. Yeah, okay.
Okay. All right. All right. I did not realize. All right. So well, now that I know Dan's red and I look at the right side of the map, I can figure out everything that's happening. I can't see shit. I can't see anything.
That looks good to me. Back to you.
The water actually looks surprisingly good.
Yeah, I like the whole like kind of tilt shift game board
Yeah,
situation.
and that's like if you go in closer, you can kind of see the tilt shift depending on like where you're putting your cursor. So like down here now, these buildings there, and up there they're all out of focus. Yay! And once you back up a little bit, everything's just in focus. All right, let's capture some properties. Put you in position there. Go, and then do we have enough money for anything? Let's do that. There we go. I wonder if I'm like at a disadvantage on this map. If you have 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I guess not terribly, because you have 4, 5 towns on your side that you can capture. And I have
sure
1,
it's
2, 3,
symmetrical, right?
4, 5. It's not symmetrical, but it's
or at least balanced.
I think it's balanced. Yes, because like I'm closer to that island than you are. That little in the southeast. So.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
All right, like that's like the advantage I get while you have more land and more stuff like right next to you. All right. Let's capture this. Let's see, where are you most likely to come from?
The top.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna put you. Yeah, we can go here. Yeah, let's go there for now. So I'll just move it next time. And then let's drop that. Do we have enough
Baseline here.
All right.
The music is really good in this game.
Yeah, Advance Wars music has always been good. I've been thinking about Advance Wars music for a very long time, and now it's like, oh, it's just now I have a reason to again because it's just back in my head from this game. Fog of War, the recon unit's going to really help. I'll get out there and get some idea what's going on. Recon units can see really far. Of course, they can't see in the woods.
You mean like this recon unit?
Oh, Jesus Christ! Here we go. Okay, I got to. You always just do Zergresh, right? That's what you just build 1,000,000 units and then attack. Is that what you're going to do here?
No,
too?
no, I actually hate that. I am the one that will just build like 1,000,000 Kirovs in Command & Conquer and try to sneak them around the outside of the map without you noticing.
Okay, that's cool. I like that.
I'm not an actions per minute guy. I'm a like, let's build the stupidest, biggest army possible and then just bum rush. Like distract, you know, here comes a Tanya up front and you bring everyone there, but then, oh, here's 1,000,000 blimps out back. Like, yeah, that's the way.
All right, I'm going to Oop. There we go. Well, I don't know if I could fast forward this in multiplayer.
Yeah, I don't think I can either.
Yeah, interesting. All right, well that's good. That's better than it could have been. Let's retreat a little bit with you. Destroy your recon unit and get some vision on that north side of the map. Hey, you weren't lying. You were coming around the top.
Oh, damn. Oh, I'm not lying.
Oh, yeah.
I follow the war rules. What do they call it? The war.
The rules of engagement. The.
I don't do the war crimes.
Yeah, yeah. You're not.
I've never done a war crime.
I mean
that.
I would like to really
For
look back at
shoot.
the tape.
No, for shoot, I've never done a war crime.
You've never salted the earth.
No.
Okay.
I've never done a war, period.
Yeah, like, can you do a lot of the crimes that are war crimes as long as it's not a war? Like, you can get away with them, you think?
I don't really know what war crimes are. Because, I mean, war, just by nature, you're, like, shooting and killing people, and I think that should be a crime.
Right,
you
yeah.
know?
What's worse than shooting and killing? Like, you shot and killed them in a way that was, like, kind of messed up, dude. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you can't, like, take their wallet after you kill them? Or, like, what, you know? Oh, shit. Here.
Oh my god, the HD rumble happens when you like move your units. It's weird.
Oh, really weird.
Yeah. I like it. All right, cool.
Here. This fella, get in there, and we're good.
All right. Okay, let's see. You are coming around the top pretty heavily. Let me, capture these. Even though I know you're coming down south as well. Get a start there. You're just out of range. You can't attack back. I can do 45. That's pretty good. That's gonna be pretty good. And I think I might be able to get this. Yeah, there we go. And then we got your infantry, which will not do well against the recon units. No. Take that out, and now we can position you up here and capture this. So it's really important to capture these places as much as possible because, like, we are building our own units. So you got to have a budget. And now I have 10,000. Let's see. I would love to be able to build a Neo tank. We are using Advanced Wars 2 rules.
Yeah, those are awesome.
So, and so you were saying like you can build up your meter in a different way. That's what these circles in the bottom left of the thing are. Of my
you can do a level
profile.
1 when you do the first 3, and the level 2 if you save it up for the 6.
Okay, so it's like getting 3 stars in Punch Out for a Wii.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. You want to put you up in the mountain? I guess very good. Go there, and then what do I want? Let's do some hurting. Build some hurting bombs.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Do this. Do that.
Oh no.
Slow. Oh fuck. That's not what you want.
A big tank though.
Like this. Not like this. Okay, we're good.
Okay. I think I am going to capture both of these. That'll give me a bit of an advantage down here. Capture this one. Make sure we have plenty of money next time. You are just out of range. That's a little bit better. A little bit better. Not great still. See if we can box in your medium tank a little bit. That's a big boy. I'm scared of it.
That's my big boy.
It's going to cause some damage.
Plan.
Oh, okay. You were in there, huh? All right. All right, so we're a little bit protected on that line for at least one turn. And then we've already captured down there. But if you, yeah, we'll see. I don't have enough money to build anything that's going to be able to go head-to-head yet. I can't even go rockets. Maybe another artillery. Let's just kind of be careful. I do have this tank. Yeah, it's going to cause some problems on your side. There we go. All right. I guess you went through the woods there.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you couldn't see on the road, huh? Yeah, because those tanks have like no vision. They have like they can see like one spot ahead of them.
Yeah, so I just walk straight into the traps.
Yep. So like Dan made that move to attack my infantry there in the bottom right, and he did more damage. But since I did capture it, now I'm going to heal for 2, so I'm going to have 8, and he's going to have 8. So. That's where I got the advantage from actually capturing that town. Oh man, I'm glad I moved my artillery. That would have been bad.
Okay.
Okay. I think I should just move you. Let's do some damage here first. Okay, that's some progress. I'm gonna bring you down here. Way down the wall. And then... Okay. Not a lot of units over on your side doing any protecting, but I'm also not in a position to actually go over there and take over any of your buildings or get close to your HQ with any infantry yet. But that's my plan, Dan. I'm coming for you.
I am not in a great position here. You don't have the infantry over here.
No, and I don't have a great way of getting them over there. I do have some money to spend. Okay. But I can see now that you weren't just sending all your infantry over to me. You were capturing your bases and capturing your towns and stuff. So you should also have plenty of money coming in.
I'm not a Zerg Rush guy.
Plenty of resources to work with. Oh man, another medium tank. Jesus.
Yeah. This is not going to do much.
Yeah, just do some chip damage. Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, you can merge units, everybody. So you can, if you have the same unit type and they both, if one or both have damage, you can bring them together and combine their health into one. But that just makes it easier for me to kill one of them or get very close.
Infantry, they get mowed through pretty quick.
Yeah, they do. They have a very specific purpose, and you kind of have to either protect them, get them out of the way, or sacrifice them. Like there's reasons to do that a lot of the time.
I feel like APCs are very useful.
Very useful when you want to get them in and out of there really quickly. Yeah. All right, so you are that. Let's shoot this guy. You know, this works real well, Dan, but there's like an Advanced Wars by Mail website where it's like you could just take your turn and then basically it sends an email to say, hey, it's your turn. You can go back on there and do it. And it's not legal or anything, but it exists. You could do that. So I'm like, almost. Yeah.
By mail?
Yeah, it's like, you know, the people used to play chess by mail. It's just like a term.
Did?
Yeah, like, hey, I'm making this move. Like, here's the updated board. And things like that. So it's just a term, though. It basically just means that you are remotely playing a game, and it's asynchronous. So I can take my turn, and then when I'm done, I send you back the state of the game, so you can pick up from where I left off and go back.
I used to have a Kasparov. It was called the Kasparov chessboard, where it was for dorky kids that didn't have dorky friends like me. I could play, and then it wasn't by mail, but the computer would tell me, like, here's where I would like to move, and I would move the piece and play against my little robot friend.
Exactly like that. Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
This ain't looking good for me.
Yeah, I'm happy to report that the good guys are winning.
Well, you can't assume.
I
think my fellows are very nice.
You're evil. If you guys were to take over, the world would be a much worse place.
Why don't we just all be cool here? Why don't we just imagine all the people if we could just live in peace?
Yeah, the John Lennon was talking about Advance Wars, I think, when he wrote that song.
I think I want to become the John Lennon of this generation. Can I do that?
I think if you just say it enough times, people will be like, I guess we got to listen to him. I mean, keep saying it.
All right, people just want to start saying that unironically in conversation or social media about how I'm the John Lennon of our generation. I'm not going to be mad at you.
Okay, cool. I'm not going to start doing that.
Look, you've got a platform, man. Why don't you use it for good, man? Just imagine.
Just imagine.
There are like no countries.
Yeah, what if there just were 0 countries? What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's a much bigger tank. It's like you. I think you have only 2 units left. Maybe there's one hiding in the woods up there. I don't know.
Oh, wait for all these fucking tanks to pop up behind your base.
I'm like, but
it's coming.
But the strategy isn't like, oh, let's build a whole bunch of other guys. Well, there's one other guy. All right. Well, I think the answer here is 19. Nope, you moved out of harm's way there. All right, we can still see you. Bring you in here. This is, yeah.
That tank means you no harm.
Tank. I'm just gonna plow the road a little bit here. Might nick you a bit.
Minding his own business.
All right, not bad. And I got my thingamabob. All right. I think this is good. This is a good thing. Wish I could see what you could see. Like, I wish I knew what.
I can't see much. I have very limited.
Yes,
units.
that I definitely know that. But it's like, I wonder how close I can get to you without you knowing.
I have 11 squares I can see.
All right, let's yeah, let's do that. All right. All right, back to you.
All right.
Your Neo tank.
Yes.
That was one
Who's
thing
to
with
say I
Advanced
have a
Wars
Neo
1. You had like a medium tank, and I was always like, "Where's the big tank?" Like, there's no heavy tank. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
what?
not great for you. And all that fog of war helping out your boy.
That's no good. Damn
Ouch.
it.
All right.
Oh,
We'll
war
exchange
sucks.
there. Look. War is hell. Man, that Neo tank is still going to be a problem, though. It's not like I have a great way of dealing with it. I'm gonna shoot you up. These guys are just gonna keep causing hell in your base.
I mean, just, look, we got like coffee shops and stuff. If you just want to have your guys take a break.
Should I do something else? Oh, you know what? There we go. You can die. Now you die, Mr. Medium Tank.
Oh. I can pull this out.
Yeah, I think you're just lying in wait. You're biding your time.
Oh.
Okay, that's something.
They look so cool.
That's gonna. I like those tanks a lot. Okay. I think we are somewhat decently positioned here. If I put you here. Nope. All right. We're in good position. That Neo tank's still very powerful, but I think
Less than ideal for me.
we're okay. Day 11. This day you come. Oh shit! You got your full thing. I don't know if it's a good time to use it, but
The fury of nature.
so if you would have done level 1, what would it have been?
Probably similar stuff, but just a
Less effective.
Yeah, it's just stronger, I think,
Okay.
for the most part.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think this looks really good right now. This game looks really good like this with the snow effect. Excuse me, the snow effect and all the buildings getting snow on top of them.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Like like you said, I don't hate the look at all.
Yeah, it makes me curious to remember, like, oh, what does it look like on the older ones, like on new hardware?
And again,
like,
it really looked great. It looked great.
Yeah.
All right. I wonder if you are. Yes, you are in range. Not great,
Yeah.
buddy.
Not good.
Yeah, those bottlenecks there put you right in range. I think of just the one. I had another one that was pretty close, but you're gonna escape that. So live. Let's get that. Start taking some of the money. Like, should I kill your APCs or just kill your infantry so that if they were to take off, they would have less health back to capture with?
You're being kind of a bully either way.
I think that I am showing the weak their place in life. The lesson. You're welcome.
Typical Grubb.
Okay. I'm definitely stealing your lunch money right now. That's for sure, actually.
Yes.
Move you there. Move you back into the woods. Wonder if this recon unit can do anything. Nope, I didn't mean to actually attack. Oh well.
Ah,
Oh, well.
I guess we're gonna find out.
Yeah, I guess so. My 5 health did it too. Okay, not
so much.
Yeah. I was worried that it was just gonna destroy me, but okay, moving down. Can't really do anything in the snow, so. At least the roads are somewhat usable. I was like, wonder if I could just like sneak into your HQ, but you keep spawning so many infantry that I'm like, I don't think that's gonna work. I'm gonna have to figure something else out.
It's me being a step ahead of the game.
That's right. Let's see, which way do you go?
Trying to figure that out.
Yep, nothing back to it. And you.
I'm gonna at least make it a pain in the ass.
All right, here we go. Let's capture that. Let's use some of our firepower here. It's like I can't even kill you in one shot, so it's not like I can kill you in one shot and then use another unit, bring another unit in to block that thing, which is what I wanted to do. That's not going to work. So instead, let's just capture these other ones and steal all your money. End that thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
No harm.
Then I guess we can start safely moving everything else up.
They're just living in their homes.
Not anymore.
They got little
Now
apartments
they're dying in their
cities.
homes.
Oh. Seems mean.
When you start like talking out like what's happening, you can kind of see why they delayed this game for a year because a real war was happening. I'm just gonna invade your town and kill all your people. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This is I love Advanced Wars. It does feel like the kind of thing like Nintendo in the future. It's like maybe we're just not gonna make games about actual war, even though this is very cartoony. Like what you're doing is just invading people's towns and taking things over. It's
Yeah. It's very cartoony though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad they released this. I'll say for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I like how their little heads stick out of the top of the thing.
Oh, that is good.
Yeah. Oh, you go there. Should be careful. I was about to like leave you unguarded there, and I looked back. I'm like, man, if you got behind me.
Off my ass.
You're still done. You're still fine. You got plenty of health left. Okay. Leave you there. Just to really cause problems.
Okay.
Let the winds of war.
What the hell? You just did this.
Blizzard.
I know, but then I got another. You get it when you get attacked, and I've been on the defense.
Oh, okay.
So you
that
brought
explains
this
it.
upon yourself.
Yeah, that's fair. Bastard. I didn't build any units last turn either, so I should do that. Uh-oh. I was just trying to put you out of your misery. You're gonna prolong, cause problems.
Give up.
I'm gonna have to make it worse for you.
Ah, shit.
Oh, that's a big thing. Yeah.
But it's bad.
All right. Oh man, come on.
Sure.
All right. Some progress here. All right, I'm gonna take care of the homestead. Let's see, how much money do I have? I got enough for
Too much.
one of you and one of you. There we go.
Bad things happening here.
No, it's all good. You're gonna be great.
That's what my dentist tells me before he does something that's going to hurt a lot.
Yes. Yeah, why don't you just take a hit off the gas mask, Dan? We'll just make this end. Okay, I'm gonna get in here. Does that make sense? You know what? Let's use you. Do some damage from afar. There we go. So my strategy now is I would love to get the headquarters, but if I can at least block you from spawning new things, that'll be pretty good as well.
Yeah, you're doing a good job of that.
You have a big tank there, though. That's not great. And I can't really move much. Let's do that at least. That medium tank's gonna be a problem, but oh well. That'll feel next time. Move you like what, 2 spaces? It's fucking snowing. gonna blow up. Okay. All right, you still got that one little guy there.
I think I got it.
I think you got it. Uh-oh. All right. Gotta stop that from happening.
We're coming. Here we go. The cavalry.
I used all my money. I'm about to capture that factory right next to your thing. It's like, that would have been nice to just spawn a Neo tank there and take everything over. How's your budget doing?
I have so much money.
Oh, okay. It's just this question mark for me. I think the game, it's so high, the game can't actually calculate it.
Yeah, it's like you get too many rupees and
Yes.
it just glitches out. Yeah.
That's exactly what's happening. Damn it. All right, we box you in. Can't get those guys out. That medium tank's still going to be an issue, but we'll figure out a way to deal with that. Let's... It's a big explosion.
They're mean.
I've not used the
tanks.
Neo tank yet so far in this game. Because,
Yeah, they're really mean.
yeah, playing Advance Wars 2. Well, Dan, I'm sorry. I had to do what I had to do.
Not going to help my plan here.
I don't think that the plan has been aborted now. I'm sorry.
Plan B.
Yep, here you go. Here it comes.
Seth Rollins with the steel chair. Okay.
I do like the look of those Neo tanks.
Oh yeah, that looked great.
Yeah.
Okay. Come on.
All right. Use my artilleries, take out this guy, and then we will cover up that base with maybe a tank. Let's see. I don't remember what I have. Yeah, there we go. Oh, no, that's already there. Through here. I guess we'll just fire there. That's fine. I was going to start capturing, but you guys right there and he'll just shoot me. so do that instead. A little bit of overkill.
A little bit.
Putting the hurt on.
Yeah, been doing that for a while.
Feels good though. I feel very. I think it's justified. These are just justified actions in the course of war.
It's funny, I feel the total opposite.
Bring you up by the road. Give you a little better position for next time. You on the mountains. And then we'll go super 2. Why not?
I'm all ready.
Cool.
Hyper upgrade.
And he really does just sound like a boy.
Yeah, it's a boy at war.
Yeah. All right. Oh, my guys are glowing. I don't know what that hyper upgrade does. I mean, in Advance Wars 1, it just heals everybody for 2 HP.
We got some super bullshit thing going on.
Yeah, looks like I might have some extra defense or something. Yeah.
Yeah, it all bodes well for me.
Yeah, it means things are going to go in your direction here any moment.
Yeah. Okay, let's go.
All right. Boom. Those poor guys just sitting in the Jeep, just like minding their business, and then giant
Just,
bombs
you know,
dropping on top of them.
Doing our rosary.
Yeah. There we go. Think. Oh, do you still have someone left?
I'm going to march him into the face of death.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see. Let's see if we can find him.
Surprise!
Damn it. All right, let's see. Can't get you with that Neo tank. Maybe this one? There we go.
Remember when Tom Hanks is shooting at the tank at the end of Private Ryan?
Uh-huh.
This is exactly as dramatic. Here we go.
All right, Tommy. Let's see if you can pull this off.
Shit.
How dare you hide that little guy there?
Well, we just wanted to live. It wouldn't bother
No,
nobody.
that's not allowed. I will not stand for that. The complete eradication of the Orange Army, whatever you were.
That boy's so happy about all the murders he
Yes,
did.
he just is so like this. Is nothing gets him happier than just seeing some men die, some families lose their breadwinners.
Cities fall.
Yeah, just crumble into dust. All right,
Kirby dog tag.
That was your very first online match, was it not? I must decorate. Oh, cool! I got a medal now. I can show off the next time I defeat you. All right.
I just put the controller on the ground and I had Gizmo step on it, and that's that. He was actually playing the whole time.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Well, that's Advance Wars 1+2. I believe we showed up. Oh, you know what? Actually, let's check out this Hachi thing real quick, and then we'll be done. Let's see, back out here. They added this Hachi shop. You earn coins depending on how well you play each level, and then you're just gonna buy unlocks that are. Sometimes they're maps that you can use in the war room, and then that's like fun things you can play against the CPU. You can buy a lot of the music. I think it's like 150 war points. There you go. You get
It's like podcast points, right?
Podcast points. That's right. They they are redeemable here, I think. Let's see, grit. Were you looking to buy grits? Now we can, I think, use grit in the war room, for example. I want to get these guys. That'd be fun. But yeah, it's mostly things that you probably would have just unlocked through normal play. Now they just like have this little system in there to make it a little bit more interactive, I suppose, which I'm fine with. I have no issue with that. It's fine. Also, that shop owner is a lot of fun. He looks like he sells wood.
Yeah, I like that guy.
All right, Dan. Thank you so much for poking around in Advance Wars with me.
Of course, it's great.
Thank you,
Love
everybody. That's the quick look. We'll see you guys all next time. Have a good one.
Bye.